Level up, level up, level up. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Shara here on What's Poppin' with my show. We talk all things music, movies, and entertainment. We're actually about to jump on and do this to start the show. You ready? Serious question here. When you find someone on social media and then you meet them in person, should you act like you didn't already stalk their page? I'm asking for a friend though, not me. I'm not asking it for me. Anyways, like if you found the link in their bio, like if you got on their Instagram or their Twitter or whatever, and you went in their bio and they have a link in there that says they have a YouTube channel or they have their own business, and you went through and scrolled through all of their stuff, and then you meet them in person, they tell you that they have a business. Do you tell them that you already know that, or do you act like, oh wow, you have a business? I didn't know that. Oh, you have a YouTube channel? It's about fitness? I didn't just watch all of that. And that doesn't just apply to like people that you just met or like don't really know. This also applies to people that you already know, you've known for a while. Like, should I act like I didn't just go through your highlights and watch the entire fitness journey or your entire skincare routine? Like, you didn't just tell me that? I'm just asking for a friend. Like I said, like, should I act like I don't know that you just posted all of that stuff and like I didn't just stalk you? Or should I act like, oh, okay, yeah, I already knew that stuff because I already looked at your Instagram or already looked through your Facebook? Like, that's my question. Like, should I act like I stalked you or not? Anyways, this is What's Popping with your girl, Sherelle. You're tuned into What's Poppin' with your girl, Sherelle. Listening for the hottest singles, movie recommendations, and all things entertainment. Tag along every Friday, 12 to 1, to your host and new bestie, Sherelle. Now let's get into it. What's poppin'? Don't mind me just watching. What is up, you guys? It is your girl Sherelle here on What's Poppin', where we talk all things music, movies, and entertainment. I'm so excited to have you guys listening to this show today. If you're on Instagram, shout out to you. You can go ahead and watch me live on Instagram at _ Sherelle. That's _ CHIRELLE. We already got people on there. Shout out to my girl T. She actually commented on there about the earlier comment. She was just like, I would say, oh yeah, I saw. That's smart. I feel like if I were to say, oh yeah, I saw, like, people would be like understanding, like, okay, she's not some creepy stalker, like she's not just going through my feed and my Instagram and like just going crazy, you know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, it's also that awkward moment of, okay, if I tell you that I already saw that, what why would, like, I don't know, like if I like, because for me, when I deep dive. Like, it doesn't matter if I just met you or not. I will go through your posts, find out when you graduated, I won't find out where you graduated from unless I'm like really serious and dedicated to that deep dive. But like, if I'm just like looking through your page, I'm gonna make sure I scroll at least halfway through so I can be like, okay, that's cool. That's a cute picture. Oh, I see their aesthetic. I see their vibe. Like, I feel like I can get to know you on your social media. And if I do that and then you tell me something in person, I just feel like I shouldn't say I already knew that, especially if it was something from the past, because it's like, then girl, why you all up in my business type of thing. T said, I think everybody does that though, so it's normal. That is true, but does everyone tell the person that they actually watched it? Like, if they tell the person, oh yeah, I watched you. Well, I guess if it's a fitness journey, it's like, oh, okay, I can see your weight loss journey because you posted it on your highlights. So yeah, I guess it is pretty normal. I guess I'll start to say like, oh yeah, I saw. I'm gonna use that comment now from now on. Anyways, if you're just not tuning in, this is my show, What's Poppin' with your girl Sherelle, where we talk all things music, movies, and entertainment. It's here on Coog Radio, hosted every single Friday from 12 to 1. Shout out to everybody on the live stream. Hey, Brittany. So today we're actually going to be talking about, I told you guys, April is all about festival season. We are in festival season, and I actually want to get into talking about Coachella. Now, Coachella doesn't start this weekend, but it does start next weekend, April 15th to the 17th, and as well as April 22nd to the 24th in Palm Springs, California. Now, if you have tickets to go to Coachella, please be sure to post it all and tag me on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube. Can you tag people on YouTube? They should have that if that is a feature. Anyways, but you need to tag me so that I can see your videos, see your footage and things like that. I actually said last week, if you are a person who actually goes live on TikTok at concerts, you are the real MVP. So shout out to you. If you are feeling generous and you're at Coachella, please go live so that I can watch it on your feed and be like, wow, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Like that's how I'll repay you in appreciation. That's all I got for you. Anyways, but since we are going to be talking about Coachella season, or not Coachella season, but festival season, and it is Coachella for the first upcoming festival that I want to talk about. I actually want to talk about the each of the headliners, and the three headliners that they do have is Harry Styles, Billie Eilish, and Kanye West. Now there are other performances going to be happening throughout Coachella, but the thing is, these are the three top headliners that people these are like the main artists that like this is the time, this is the day that you want to be there for this specific performance or performer. And so with these three, they are the main and the top artists. And I want to actually talk on the specific songs that I think that they should actually play, as well as the songs that I think that they could leave behind. You know what I'm saying? Like some songs just like, do you really need to sing that one? Like, I don't think so. Anyways, but I want to get into that. So make sure y'all join in on the live stream at Instagram at underscore Sherelle. That's underscore CHIRELLE. And let's get into it. So the first artist that I want to speak on is Harry Styles. Now, everybody knows Harry Styles for who he is now, but at the same time, they also know Harry Styles from One Direction. And my big question is, when it comes to being a solo artist but coming from a group, are you obligated to sing the songs that you sang from that group? So, like with Harry Styles, is he obligated to sing Beautiful? Is he, What Makes You Beautiful? Is he obligated to sing, what's the other popular One Direction song? Like different popular and like really big One Direction songs. Is he obligated to sing those songs at his performances or during his like concerts? And especially since this is a Coachella performance, it's not like he's going on tour and it's just him. No, it's like maybe, I think it's like an hour show. In that hour, is he obligated to sing one of those performances, one of those songs from One Direction? I feel like, in my personal opinion, I feel like if you're gonna come from a group, you need to make sure you represent that group for the fans who found you and heard about you from the group. I'm not saying you gotta perform 5 songs from each album. No, I'm just saying that I feel like you should definitely at least perform one of the songs from One Direction. We got T on the live. She said they're not obligated to do anything, but I think it's nice to sing 1 or 2 songs that people grew to love them for. I completely agree. I don't think that they are obligated. I do think that it would be, I will say, I feel like it would be very unfair if they did not sing any of the songs that we grew up to love them on, or things like that. Because the thing is, if you're gonna be an artist, if you're gonna come from a group and like separate, I feel like it's all about timing. So like if you're just now getting out that group, I don't think that you should, or like you need to, or it would be nice if you did this, if you sang one of the songs from your old group. I feel like sometimes, especially when you're trying to separate yourself as your own brand, as your own artist, you shouldn't sing the song that you came from, especially since especially if it's like an icky breakup. Like with Camila Cabello and Fifth Harmony, I don't think that she should sing any of the Fifth Harmony songs, only because it was just a messy breakup type of thing. Now, if she were to perform, and like have like one of them as a guest in her performances, which could happen, maybe never, maybe one day, you never know. But like if she were to do a performance with one of the other Fifth Harmony members, I do think that would be pretty good to see her do that, things like that. But is she obligated, or any artist obligated to perform a song from their group or their duo? No, unless you are Chloe and Halle, or one of the Destiny's Child member, Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, or Michelle Williams. If you are one of them, you have no choice but to sing those songs, okay? You can't not perform one of those songs, especially Destiny's Child. If they answer me this, riddle me this. If Beyonce did not perform one of the Destiny's Child songs at Coachella when she was there, or at any of her concerts, you would feel offended. And you can't lie and say that you wouldn't feel offended. You would be like, excuse me, Beyonce, you didn't do your job. you didn't do your job. And I know that y'all, you know that I'm right. T on the live, she said, you right. Yes, I know I'm right, girl, because that is exactly how we react when it comes to Beyonce and Kelly Rowland. I don't know if does she still do performances? I know she still puts out music, but if she does performances, you would feel wrong. You would feel like they went over you. Okay, you feel like they wronged you if they did not perform, if she did not perform any of the Destiny Child songs, especially Soja. Okay, Soja, for some reason that song hits me, but y'all know Lil Wayne in that song, and I told y'all last week how I love me some Lil Wayne. So there's also that could be the reason why I'm more of like, you have to perform Soja. Anyways, the next headliner that I want to speak on at Coachella is Billie Eilish. Now, there was a time where I actually genuinely really liked Billie Eilish songs. I liked her performances. I liked seeing her. However, on the other hand, I don't really care to watch a lot of Billie Eilish or to listen to a lot of Billie Eilish. There are a few songs I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. Am I saying she's a bad artist? No. Am I saying she has bad music? No. What I'm saying is she's not my type. She's not my style. So if I were to go to Coachella, would I go on her day? Maybe, because I do like the way that she performs as far as the creativity of it all. I feel like with her as a creative mind, as a Gen Z, we're very creative, and I feel like she brings out that new creativity. I think, was it last year or 2 years, not 2 years ago, because that was COVID, but like 3 years ago when she did Coachella, she had like a bed set on the stage, and like the visuals in the background was really cool. I actually enjoyed watching her performances then at Coachella, but like now with her, was it happier now. Don't quote me on what the album name is, because I told y'all I don't really listen to Billie Eilish like that. But like I wouldn't go see her to see that performance, to see that album, because it's the songs that I've heard are very, very chill, very calm. I haven't heard any hype beat ones like Therefore I Am. That one's a pretty good one. If that's on the radio, I'll listen to it. But like to go see her live perform that, no. I'm okay. I'm a wait for another performance. Harry Styles, I'll go see him, because Watermelon Sugar High. I like that song. That song right there, that hit different. That hit somewhere in my heart, and I'm like, yes, I can get into that. I can groove to that one. But Therefore I Am, I can bob my head, I think. What's it called? She said, T said on the live, I don't like any of the headliners. Interesting, because the third headliner is Kanye West. And I actually wouldn't mind to go see Kanye West live at Coachella if I had a ticket, or if a sponsor sponsored me to go. I wouldn't mind. Please explain to me why you don't like any of the headliners. Because the reason why I would say I wouldn't mind going to go see Kanye West, it's the weekend now. They updated it. Girl, hold on. You just dropped some tea right here. Kanye dropped out. Why? The way I was so excited to see Kanye. Well, okay, see Kanye in the videos. Gotta go to class, but so far I love your podcast. Thank you, girl. Shout out to you, Nisha 29. Appreciate you. Love you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, Kanye dropped Coachella. Okay, this is breaking news to me. Kanye West dropped out of doing Coachella, and now it's the weekend. LOL, nobody like Kanye. Sit down somewhere. Go to your class, girl. Go to your class. Shoo. I don't appreciate that comment. Now, is Kanye West very problematic? Yes. Does he have good music? Sometimes. So that is why I say that I like Kanye West, okay, when it comes to his music and him as a creative person. Now, the fact that he dropped it's not shocking. I won't lie, it's not shocking. Is it disappointing? Yes. I wouldn't mind seeing Kanye, but I wouldn't support him. Okay, so I would support his music, but him as an artist, and his artistry, I support. But like support him and pay for this stuff, no. I agree with you, T. She said I wouldn't pay for it. I completely agree. I would not spend $1,000 just to go see Kanye or to get some of Yeezy. No, I'm okay. I'll sit my butt at home or go to work and save up that money for something else. I'm not a fan of Kanye, but I do like his music. I do like his creative arts and style and things like that. Now, this is very shocking and breaking news about The Weeknd now being the headliner. Am I shocked to see that? Yes. But at the same time, The Weeknd has been making a lot of headlines. He has definitely been making a lot of strides in his music. He's always been in the game, but I believe he already performed as a headliner at Coachella. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe he performed as a headliner, unless it was like the second, the one underneath the headliner. Now, I think that he's gonna have a great performance. I think so. He has pretty good performances. He did the Super Bowl last year, I believe. And yeah, or was it 3 years ago? He did the Super Bowl one of these past few years, and he did really good. It was very interesting and creative. I was surprised that I actually kind of enjoyed his performance. Now, would I want to see him in a whole hour long performance at Coachella? No. I'm not really a fan of his music. Do I like his music? Yeah, I'll listen to it if it's on the radio. But would I save it to my playlist? No, not really. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm still. Oh, so this happened 2 days ago. Y'all, why didn't I just now find out about this? Y'all, obviously I was asleep because I can't believe I missed out on that. But congratulations to not Kanye West, to The Weeknd on becoming the now headliner of Coachella instead of Kanye West. Hope everything is good with you, Kanye. But anyways, we're gonna take a quick break, y'all. This is Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles. Let's get into it. And it sounds just like a song. I forgot that the sound is off. I want more. This is very shocking to find out that The Weeknd is not doing it. Oh, wow. And along with this, along with all this tea, The Weeknd is demanding Kanye's $8.5 million Coachella check and threatens to pull out. Y'all. Did y'all see that? Did y'all hear that? Dance break, but that was a quick moment. But okay, Kanye West. So apparently Kanye West was going to be getting paid $8.5 million to be able to perform at Coachella. Now, The Weeknd is demanding that same 8.5 to do that. Okay, so he said, we're told that the singer, this is on page 6, they said, we're told the singer threatened to pull out if he wasn't paid the same money as West, who was set to rank in $8 million plus $500,000 production fee. How do y'all feel? Okay, T said that's fair because he only has a week to pull off a performance. That is true. That is true. But 8.5, I mean, if that's the normal rate, then I understand. But at the same time, like, now this is a serious question. Do you think that he would pull in the same amount that, do you think that Kanye would pull out more people to come out and pay to come see, or do you think The Weeknd would get more people to pay and come see? I feel like it's a very icky situation. Oh, they already paid. Sis win, girl. Sis win. Because this was, yesterday night. Oh, no, it's 2 days ago. You're right. Dang, they paid the 8.5? People pay weeks in advance for these festivals. Hey, Comfort. Hey. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. We're actually talking about how Kanye West pulled out of headlining Coachella, and now The Weeknd is going to be performing in his position. That is interesante. Yeah, but if he just pulled out, how did they already pay for him? People pay weeks in advance for these festivals. Watermelon Sugar. Let me see. You should see this song right here. If I were to go see Billie Eilish live, I would want to hear this song. It's "You Should See Me in a Crown." This is probably the only song I would put on repeat when it comes to Billie Eilish, because I actually really, really like this song. Let's see. I'm saying the audience is already going to be there. That is true. Do you think that there's a thing with that, though. When it comes to these audience coming, a lot of them start selling their tickets. A lot of them buy their tickets, but then they sell them off to people. So do you think that a lot of people are going to be selling their tickets now that Kanye is not performing? Or, like, do you have to pay for the entire weekend, or do you just pay for an entire day, one day, or you choose what days you want to go? I think you pay for just a day. Y'all know that what's it called? Was it Slade Hills, Crown Hills? I don't know. One by one by one. I feel like you're gonna see a lot of people selling their tickets, and a lot of people also buying them and seeing if anyone's selling their tickets. Very interesting. Well, we're gonna actually, let's see. T said I have to go to my meeting, but it doesn't matter if they sell them. The festival is still going to get their money. That is true. That is very factual. Thank you, T, for joining the live. I appreciate you. Love you. Have a great meeting, girl. Business women up in here. But we're actually going to be shifting into the film industry and talking about movies. I'm going to be rating people's comfort movies. So if you have a comfort movie you want to talk about or you want me to rate, go ahead and put it in the comments. Now, if I haven't seen the movie, I'm not going to rate it. I'm going to just tell you who's in it and if it's a good movie. Bye, girl. And if I think it's a good movie. And it's going to be based off of the actors, the storyline, the pace of the movie, as well as how well it did in the box office. This is going to be very, very interesante. One by one by one by one by. You should see. This is my favorite sound. Watch me wake up. One by one by one by one. Mm-hmm. I'm about to come back on y'all. One by one by one. One by one by. You should see me, see me. You should see me, see me. One by one by one by. What is up, you guys? It's your girl Shura here on Coog Radio. And before we get started, I want to say howdy, 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 Cougs. You are listening to Coog Radio, the only student-run radio station from the University of Houston, ran by students for the students. Are you a University of Houston student interested in being involved in the magic that is college radio? Well, all you have to do is head over to the Get Involved app through Access UH. Type in Coog Radio, that's COOG Radio, and click Join. All we ask is that you fill out our new member interest form. This not only helps us create a bridge of communication, but it helps us gauge your interest so you can be involved with the many cool things we do here at Coog Radio. Whether it's blog writing, hosting your own show like me, or just hanging out. Now, if you are not a UH student, but would like to still stay up to date with everything going on at Coog Radio, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Coog Radio. That's COOG Radio. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where we do ticket giveaways, post memes, and post our weekly theme playlist. And as always, you can visit our website, CoogRadio.com, to tune into the jams 24/7 and read our blogs involving the Houston music scene and beyond. Now, if you are a UH student, make sure you go ahead and send in your new member interest form if you are interested. Hey guys, it's your girl Shura here on What's Poppin' with your girl Shura, where we talk all things music, movies, and entertainment. Now, we are actually going to be shifting into the movie scene in the film industry. And today I'm actually going to be rating your comfort movies. Now, if you don't know what a comfort movie is basically the movies that you're just like, I can watch this on repeat. I can do this multiple times and not feel as though I'm overrated. I'm overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. It says, what is a comfort movie? The majority of people have a film or multiple films that they never get tired of, and they are usually also known as comfort films. So that is what a comfort movie is, if you did not know. So I asked you guys on I asked a few of my friends on direct message and things like that, and I'm also going to be posting this, so make sure you comment below what your favorite comfort movie is, and I'm going to be rating you guys on these movies. Now, there are 4 different levels of how I'm rating it. I'm rating it based off the actors in the movie and their connection to the character that they played, the storyline of the movie, the pace of the movie, as well as the how well it did in the box office. So first of all, the first movie that I'm actually going to be talking about is The Photograph. If you don't know what The Photograph is, it's a movie from 2020 that came out in 2020 with Issa Rae, with Issa Rae, as well as Lakeith Stanfield, Shantae Adams, Yanal Noel, and Lil Rel Howery. He's a comedian. So um I guess that's where the Lil came from. I don't know. Maybe he was wanting to be a rapper one day, but then he changed it and he said, "No, I'm gonna act. I'm gonna be a comedian." Anyways, that's not the point. But yes, the photograph is based off of when this is the storyline of it. It's when famed photographer Christina Hermes dies unexpectedly. She leaves her estranged daughter May hurt, angry, and full of questions. When May finds the photograph tucked away in a safe deposit box, she soon finds herself delving into her mother's early life, an investigation that leads to an unexpected romance with a rising journalist. Ooh. Now, May is played by Issa Rae, and then let me see, the journalist is played by Lakeith. His name is Michael in the movie. So I would love to actually get into that. And if this is what I want to say, if I haven't seen the movie, I'm not going to give it a rating, but I am going to put it on my list to watch so that I can give it a rating one of these days. Let's see. We got T on the live. Girl, I thought you had a meeting. She said, I got a meeting. She said, oh, what's it called? She said, Love Jones is one of my favorites too. Okay, so then I'm going to put that on my list so I can watch that. But yes, the photograph I feel like was a very well done movie. Now, the first level I want to talk about is how well it did in the box office. When this came out in 2020, February 14, 2020, right before COVID actually hit us in America and in Texas specifically, it did $20.7 million. That is pretty good when it comes to a pandemic movie, even though it was technically not a pandemic movie. It came right before the pandemic. But at the same time, because of the pandemic, not being able to go to the theater to see the movie, not being able to actually be in person. Like, it came out on Valentine's Day weekend. Now, when it comes to these romantic movies, it's very 50-50 and your chances of actually seeing the movie do well, especially with it being a romantic movie, and on top of that coming out on Valentine's Day. Because when you set a movie to come out on a specific day or a specific time because of its theme, you never know how well it's going to do. You really have to do very well in your timing as far as marketing, as far as pushing it out, and people actually connecting to the movie, connecting to the characters and things like that. Now, when it comes to the actors, Issa Rae and Lakeith, I think they did a phenomenal job. When I tell y'all they connected so well to the actors, to the characters, they did so well. Issa Rae, I know her from Insecure, as well as she did Awkward Black Girl on YouTube. That was a show series that she did, and she has done other movies as well. But on Insecure, she has this kind of like witty. Issa Rae, the way when she connects to an character, a lot of the time it seems very similar to her as a person. And I feel like the characters that she chooses are very close in proximity as far as when it comes to character and how she is as a person. When she brings that character to life, it really just seems like it's just Issa Rae. And I say there's two ways to view this. Sometimes when you look at an actor in a movie, either you can see that person, their persona of Issa Rae, or as whatever their name is, versus seeing the character, which is May in this case. And I feel like with Issa Rae, it just seemed as though Issa Rae was May and May is Issa Rae. It didn't seem like there was a difference between the two. It seemed as though Issa Rae was May in this movie, and this was actually her life story. Lakeith, such a great actor. I absolutely love seeing him in different movies. He actually did what's that movie? He just did a movie with Idris Elba and Regina King called, it's on Netflix. It just came out. It's called When They All Fall. The Harder They Fall. That's what it's called. But I actually like that. I want to rewatch that actually. But when it comes to Lakeith, he did very well in connecting with his character, the journalist, on this movie. I'm not really a romance type of movie person, but when it came to this movie, I actually liked it. I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed seeing Issa Rae and Lakeith connect. The pace of this movie was very well done. The pace of it was very well as far as a romantic movie. When it comes to romance movies, you have to make sure that the pace is it flows very well. It's consistent throughout the entire movie. The aesthetic of it, the filming of it, the production of it, the directing of it was very well done, and the pace of it was on track. Nothing was too slow, nothing was too far gone, especially as a romance movie and talking about love and walking through the storyline of it. Everyone connected to their characters. Everyone flowed very well. and I genuinely would rate that a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10 only because I don't really. Well, I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's not the top movie, romantic movie that I've ever seen, but as far as a black film, a black love romance movie, top tier, 9 out of 10, would definitely recommend to all of you guys to go watch. The second movie I want to speak on is Age of Adeline. Age of Adeline came out in 2015. It has Blake Lively, Harrison Ford, Michael Hulson, and Ellen Burstyn in it. It was a great movie. It's actually about, the storyline is Adeline Bowman, played by Blake Lively, has miraculously remained a youthful 29 years of age for nearly 8 decades, never allowing herself to get close to anyone lest they discover her secret. However, a chance encounter with a charismatic philanthropist named Ellis Jones, played by Michael Hulson, reawakens Adeline's long suppressed passion for life and romance. When a weekend with Ellis' parents threatens to expose the truth, Adeline makes a decision that changes her life forever. Okay, so first of all, how well did it do in the box office? Now, because this movie was back in 2015 and it's had time to grow and things like that, it had its time and its moment in the theaters, things like that. It did $65.7 million. Now, that is very well, but it's not one of the best. Remind you, this is a romantic movie. Romance movies always, I feel like they do a little bit less than action movies or than sci-fi movies sometimes. It depends on the timing of it. This movie actually came out in April 24th, 2015. So I feel like it was kind of later. It was past Valentine's Day, so it's a lot further down. And I think if it was going to be a romance it should have came out a little bit earlier, maybe early March or maybe the end of February, versus putting it out 2 months later. 2 months later after Valentine's Day. I feel as though they should have better timing when it comes to the release date, unless there was other romance movies coming out in February and they didn't want to be cliche. Understandable, totally get that. But 65.7 million, I don't know if that's pretty darn good. But I guess they did okay. They made their checks. That's all that matters. And then the pace of the movie, I think, okay, I like the movie. I watched the movie. I've watched it multiple times. I do like the movie. The pace of the movie was a bit on the slow side. There were some parts where it's like, okay, it flowed very well, but then there were also parts where it's just like, okay, are they gonna get past this? Like it was sometimes a pause moment. It felt like it didn't feel like they were pausing for dramatic effect. It more just felt like, okay, we're pausing right here. Okay, now let's go. And it took too long in some parts of the movie. Now, when it comes to the actors and connecting to the characters, I genuinely feel like they did so well. Blake Lively, she carried the character as her own. She really embodied the character of Adeline. And the thing about Blake Lively is I feel like when it comes to specific actors, there are actors who can change up their look, change up their style, and be a whole new character. And then there's actors who can they choose characters and choose different people in the movies that they choose to do. They choose characters that actually who actually resemble their character as a person, as an individual. And I feel like with Blake Lively, it was very similar to her style or to the way that she acts. Now, when it comes to the storyline of it, I think that it was a very well done storyline. It was very consistent. You understood. You didn't get mixed up in the story unless you watch like halfway through. And the main thing you just gotta know is that she doesn't age. But I feel like as far as the storyline, it flowed through the entire movie, and she did very well in it. So I would give Age of Adeline a 7 out of 10, only because of the pace as well as how well it did in the box office. Now, the next movie I want to move into is Almost Christian. Oh, well, not Christian. Almost Christmas, which came out in 2016. That's with Danny Glover, Gabrielle Union, Monique, Kimberly Ellis, David E. Tybert, Omar Epps. I say Eeps, Omar Epps, as well as Chris Brown. Now, this movie came out in 2015. The storyline is Walter Meyer, played by Donnie Glover, is a retired mechanic who lost the love of his life 1 year earlier. Now that the holiday season is here, he invites his daughters, Rachel, Cheryl, and his son Christian and Evan to his house for a traditional celebration. Poor Walter soon realizes that if he's bickering children and the rest of the family can spend 5 days together under the same roof, it will truly be a Christmas miracle. Now, I want to apologize. This movie is not with Chris Brown. That's Last Christmas that Chris Brown is in. Almost Christmas is without Chris Brown. So my apologies. When it comes to this movie, I don't. I okay. Connection to the actors, specifically Danny Glover connected, Gabrielle Union connected, Monique connected, Kimberly Ellis connected. All of them connected to their character. One character I did not like, and the actor, I guess I don't really know how I feel about him, but JB Smooth. I feel like even though the character was supposed to be playful and like arrogant in a way, and he's supposed to be like the famous retired basketball player, I feel like the actor JB Smoove didn't fully commit and connect to the actor. But then again, maybe it was the character itself. It was supposed to seem that he was supposed to seem like a very light and background character, even though he was like married to one of the children, one of the daughters. I don't really know how I feel about him connecting to that actor. The storyline, it flowed through so well. It was a Christmas movie with a black family. I myself don't like Christmas movies, so that may make me a little biased as far as when it comes to my vote and how I feel, my rating. But I feel like as a Christmas movie, it was very well done when it comes to families, when it comes to watching Christmas movies. If you like Christmas movies, then I would definitely say go watch Almost Christmas. But I'm not really a Christmas movie kind of girl. And it did, in the box office, it did $42.6 million. Now, compared to each of these movies, Age of Adeline and compared to Age of Adeline, this did a little bit less, and I think it's because it's a Christmas movie. Christmas movies are holiday movies, and most of the time they do well in the holiday season. This movie came out November 11th, 2016. So a lot earlier than Christmas, but still in the Christmas season. Do I think it should have came out Thanksgiving weekend? I think it might have done a little bit better because it would have been closer to Christmas when people are actually focused on Christmas versus November 11th, even though a lot of establishments are focused on Christmas and getting into the Christmas theme, I still feel like November 11th was so early in the game to be able to put out a Christmas movie. Now, do other Christmas movies get put out earlier in November? Probably, but do I think they do as well? No, I don't think so. I don't think that they do as well as other Christmas movies could do or would do. Now, the next movie I want to get into is actually one of the movies that I've been wanting so bad to watch lately, and that is Baby Driver. Baby Driver came out in 2017. It's with Anson Elgort, Lily James, Eliza Gonzalez, John Hamm, Kevin Spacey, and Jamie Foxx. Now, when I tell you guys, I really genuinely like this movie. Oh, and with John Burton. Now, don't get mad at me that I butchered some of these names. It is what it is. That's just how it is. And so in this movie, Baby Driver, it's called So the character Baby, played by Ansel, is a music-loving orphan. Also happens to be that's a big word, talented go-getaway driver for Heist Master Doc. When the perfect soundtrack picked out for each and every job, Baby ensures Doc's violent bank robbing cronies, including Buddy, Bats, and Darling, get in and get out of Dodge before it's too late. He's not in the long haul though, hoping to nail one last job before riding off into the sunset with the beautiful diner waitress Deborah. Easier said than done. Now, Baby Driver, I absolutely love this movie. Pace of it was slow, but it was also, in a way, the slow parts made sense to pace. Do I think some of the slow parts could have been removed? Yes. Do I think that it did well as a movie when it comes to the pace of it? Yes. I genuinely feel like the slow parts made the movie even better because it gave you a moment to pause after action. This is a romance/action movie, and I feel like it definitely embodied both of those two very well. Very well done. It did in the box office. It does not say how well it did in the box office. I wish you would tell me how well it did in the box office. But the characters and the actors in the movie, I think that they connected very well. Ansel connected to his character. Jamie Foxx always connects to his character, whatever movie, whatever thing he plays in. He connects to the character mainly because, like I said, he's one of those actors who plays a character that is very similar to him as a person, him to him as an actor, as a person in general. I feel like he connects well to his characters that are similar to him. Do I think that he has done well with other movies where the character is not as similar to him as a person? Yes. But do I think that he does very well with characters that is very much similar to him as a person? Yes, I think that he does very well. Now, as far as the box office, this movie came out on March 11th, 2017, and it did 226.9 million dollars. This came out in 2017, you guys, and I literally just told you about other movies that made less than 100 million, and this one made 226.9 million dollars in the box office. That is very well done for a action movie, for a romance action movie, because especially the way that it was paced. It's not like one of those movies where it's like Fast and Furious or Mission Impossible type of romance movies. Those aren't really romance movies, but it's like similar. But this one did very well done. It was directed and screenplayed by Edgar Wright, and this one did very well done. The budget was 34 million, and they made 226.9 million. That is a very well done movie. I would rate Baby Driver a 10 out of 10. Would recommend. No, I would definitely give it I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10. I'm serious about that. I genuinely really like this movie, and I'm gonna be watching it again this weekend. Now, if I haven't seen the movie, like I said, I am gonna be putting on my list so that I can rate it next week or the week after that, so that we can get into other comfort movies, because I actually want to talk on those more. And the last movie that I'm gonna be rating actually is Pitch Perfect. When I tell you guys I don't really like that movie, I genuinely do not like that movie. I'm not really a musical kind of girl. I can't really, I don't like watching musical movies. Now, did I watch Mamma Mia with my sister last weekend or last week? Yes, I did. Did I enjoy it? Yes, I did. But would I just out of my way just go watch Mamma Mia? No, I would not. Now, Pitch Perfect is basically some college students who are in an a cappella group who are trying to win scholarship money or something for their money, something for their group. It's a cappella, it's music. I'm really not a fan of a cappella unless you are Beyonce or one of these amazing vocalists like Adele, Celine Dion, Whitney Houston. Well, yeah. I would watch your acapella. But like if it's Pitch Perfect, I'm not watching that. Don't put that on. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna enjoy it either. But anyways, Pitch Perfect is with Anna Kendrick, Rebel Wilson, Brittany Snow, Anna Camp, Skylar Aston, Elizabeth Banks, Hannah Mae Lee, and Eric. I think some other actors as well. It's a lot of a lot of women actors in the film. Do I like this movie? No. Is it corny? Yes. Would I watch? Would I recommend it? No. Unless you like movies like that. How well did it do in the box office? It did $115.4 million. That's pretty darn good for it coming out in September 28, 2012. This is one of those movies where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I just cannot. I don't like this movie because of it being a cappella. And do I think that each of the actors connected to their character? Yeah, I do. But I feel like it's one of those chick flicks that you watch with your girls if you are into serious chick flicks. There are some chick flicks that I can get down with, but Pitch Perfect is not one of those chick flicks. I can't get down with it. I cannot. I will not either. I will not even try to put myself through that. Now, my rating of that comfort movie is a 4 out of 10. I would give it a 1, but it was still a good movie. It did very well in the box office. The pace of it flowed through very well. I won't lie, the pace of it was very well done, but I just don't get down with Pitch Perfect. Pitch Perfect. I don't get down with it, and I would not recommend it personally, but I would definitely give it a 4 out of 10. I'm going to take a quick break, you guys. This is Harley's in Hawaii by Katy Perry. Let's get into it. There are some other movies that I have that I want to actually rate, but at the same time, I don't know if you guys would like my rating. Like Pitch Perfect, I feel so bad because my friend Meg in digital media, she actually texted that one, and when I read that, I was like, I genuinely don't like that movie. But I couldn't tell her that. But instead, I said it live on Instagram. I'm a good friend, aren't I? I'm joking, guys. That is sarcasm. But yeah, I genuinely don't like Pitch Perfect. I don't like that movie. It's one of those movies where it's just like, I'm gonna just be straight up with you guys. It's a white people movie. Or if you like white people movies, it's their white people comedy, like white people chick flick, Will Ferrell type style comedy. And I don't like Will Ferrell, except for in two movies that I really do like him. I like him in what's that movie? Megamind. I love him in Megamind. It's a cartoon animated. I didn't know that was him. So I liked the movie. I didn't know that he was in it. So when I found out he was in it, I was like, oh, I guess I like you too in this movie. And that's it. And then the other movie is Blades of Glory. That is him ice skating back in 2007, 2004, something like that. Don't ask me why I like that, but I genuinely do. I really like that movie. But yeah, other than that, I don't recommend Will Ferrell movies. I don't recommend Pitch Perfect. I don't like those movie styles. The movie that I would say chick flick, like white people chick flick, is 13 Going on 30 and Princess Diaries. I will watch those movies on a daily. Maybe not on a daily, but I would watch those movies consistently. Love those movies. Love 13 Going on 30. Love with Jennifer Garner. And then I love, what was the other movie I just said? Princess Diaries with Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews. Period. Let me get into that some more. Love those movies. You and I riding Harleys in Hawaii, in Hawaii. We have to jump back on real quick because I got something to say, and then we're gonna get back into it. What is up, you guys? Do I want to be in Hawaii right now? Yes, I do, but that's gonna be okay because maybe one of these days I will go. So on Instagram, a couple days ago, I actually saw. I think it was I don't remember what the page was, but they posted about some Twitter going crazy because some people have lost their minds. Okay, we're gonna get into that. There was a post that I saw saying that there was a debate on who was the king of R&B between Usher and Trey Songz. Stop. Let me pray for you real quick. Because why are you comparing apples to oranges? You can't compete where you can't compare. Usher is on a whole nother level. He's been in the game way longer. He's been in the game and actually had bangers and hits longer and more. And then Trey Songz, like, come on now. Really? Like, he has not. Am I dogging on Trey Songz saying that he ain't got no good music? No, I'm not saying that. But for y'all to put him in the same category with Usher is disrespect to Usher. Like, I saw someone say that. They were like, that's just plain old disrespectful towards him. And I agree with him. Because why are we doing this? Like, Usher has been in the game way longer. He, first of all, Confessions, part 1 and 2. Need I say more? And not only was he big in the 90s and big in the 2000s, he actually made sure to still come up in the later 2000s, not like 2020 area, but like 2015, 2014, 2016, 2017, he was still putting out songs and people still liked them. Now, as far as now, I don't know. See, the thing is, this is why I say that, like, you can't compete where you can't compare. You can't put them two in the same area, because when Trey Songz got big and got popular, Usher was still big and popular. He was already big and popular. And then when Trey Songz came out and started getting big and popular, Usher was still big and popular. Did Usher kind of go under the radar, or as far as music and getting popular at one point? Yes. Was Trey Songz still putting out songs that got big hits? They got on charts. But as far as them being big and popular, as well as Usher's music did, no. So for you guys to put him in the same genre, to put not in the same genre, but in the same comparison realm is disrespectful to not only Usher, but Usher's fans. I'm not a fan, but Usher's fans, and then also disrespect to our childhood. Putting disrespect on the king of R&B. If anybody's the king of R&B, it is Usher, because Usher knew what he was doing. He was out here confessing to things that he did, confessing to things he didn't do because somebody else wrote it and he just sang it, as well as just singing songs that everyone felt in their emotions and felt. Like if he did a collaboration with Beyonce. Okay? Yeah, and not just in music, but in movies too. Yeah, So if you as the king of R&B right there can put out hits from both the 90s to the 2000s and still be popular and trending now, and then also collaborate with the queen of everything, Beyonce, and still be relevant to today, yeah. And then you got Trey Songz, who I believe is in jail, was accused of rape. You putting him up against really? And he can't. No, did he come out with good songs? Yes, he did. Did he have his moment? Yes, he did. Did he look good when he was putting out his hits? Yes, he did. But for you to compete where you can't compare by putting them two up against each other, that's just rude. Now, for you, if you were to say Usher and Chris Brown, then I would say, okay, understood. Hey, on the live stream. If you were to put them two against each other, then that would be more reasonable. I could see where you can put Usher and Chris Brown up against each other and say, who's the king of R&B? Now, that's a conversation to have, but today is not the day, and today is not the time. But for you to put Trey Songz in that same round, no. That's like saying Michael Jackson to Jacquees. Jacquees, I don't know why he be saying he the king of R&B, because he really not. But for you to that's how I felt like it was. You was comparing Michael Jackson to Marquise, when in reality it's not even like that, not even close. You can't compete where you can't compare, and I'm gonna keep saying that. And for y'all to do that was wrong, and y'all know y'all was wrong. But I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Make sure y'all listen in every single Friday to my show here on Coog Radio, What's Poppin' with your girl Sherelle, where we talk all things music, movies, and entertainment. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at _Sherelle. That's _CHIRELLE. As well as follow me on YouTube at Just Sherelle. That's the word just, and then Sherelle, CHIRELLE. I appreciate every single one of you guys. We're gonna go ahead and say goodbye. I love you guys. Tune in every single Friday from 12 to 1. This is Love in This Club by Usher featuring Beyonce and Lil Wayne. The trio right there. Okay, let's get into it. Yeah. When I saw that post, I said, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't put Trey Songz in that same no. But I hope you guys enjoyed this show. This song right here hit different every time I hear it. I heard it yesterday. I said, because this song right here give me my feelings, okay? It give me feelings some type of way. So, let me see. Thank you to everybody who jumped on the live stream, who commented. I appreciate all of you guys' comments. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel on Instagram, as well as follow me on Instagram. My YouTube channel is Just Sherelle. That's the word just, CHIRELLE. I do go live every single Friday from 12 to 1, as well as subscribe to my podcast. You can go to the link on Instagram. It's on there. You can actually go on there and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you to everyone who joined on the live on Instagram as well as on YouTube. I love you guys. I see you next week here on my show with What's Poppin' with your girl Sherelle. Love you guys. Bye. I'm actually gonna do the thumbnail here.